Hey, we're back.
Welcome to the Jeanjax podcast.
Welcome to the Jeanjax podcast with me, Christoph Jean.
And me,
the
Joe
leader
Jax.
of the group.
I wouldn't call you the leader.
The leader, the alpha male.
And I'm Joe, the other leader.
You can't have two leaders.
Two leaders running the shop.
Nope. You can lead everyone else who's below me, but you are below me.
Yes, everyone who's below me and also below you, because the exact amount of people are below both of us. Because we're on the same level.
No, I am actually stronger.
Same level of leadership, same experience in stand-up, same Instagram followers.
None of these are true. But those things aren't what make a great leader.
I mean, what does?
It's a mindset thing that I just don't think you have.
All right, name the qualities of a good leader, and I'll tell you if either of us have those.
Ferocity.
It's very, very vague. You're going like ferocity, tenacity, strength, sincerity,
wisdom. Sincerity's not on there, and you would know that. You would know that if you were a good leader. You would understand that.
All right. Well, maybe we're not both leaders.
Yeah, there you go. And you see that persuasion is another one.
Although you came up with the name Jeanjax with the Jean in the front.
I did come up with that name. Well, it can't be Jax Jean. That sounds fucking dumb.
Yeah, it does sound dumb.
It's just a basic rule. It's like why it's called it's not called TalkTick. It's TikTok. There's a reason. There are rules.
All right, I get that.
There are fucking rules.
There's no rules to this podcasting shit. There's like vague. There's like don't say the N-word. Last week we kind of fucked up on, or at least Sean did.
Yeah, well, he's African American.
We recorded a podcast with Sean Philippe the other day, and we might go on the internet. Part of it might go on, but
it's almost certainly going to be edited to hell.
Yeah. You know what's fucked up is that the funnier something is, the less likely it is to go on the internet. It's like we had a blast making that.
Well, I mean, yes, we had a lot of fun making it, and it was very funny in moments. But I'd like a career.
Or like, a job later on. I'm trying to work at like McDonald's later. Right. They're like, you had a podcast. Right?
You'd like to be the assistant manager at this McDonald's, but you said that Chinese people, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was the old me.
We'll be thrown in jail for podcasting.
The new me works at McDonald's.
Yeah. The new me would never speak on a public forum.
Because the new me knows what the sort of consequences that can have.
Communication.
That's what I've been generally worried about with the little bit of Instagram following that I've gotten.
I mean, the Instagram following you've gotten is partially from being edgy.
Yeah, the 15-second podcast is kind of edgy.
The one you made with D. Williams is unbelievable. A Popeye's chicken thigh comes on the screen as you go, black people.
Yeah. Well, it's all ironic. It's not. It's all ironic.
Do you think irony isn't real? We proved that.
When did we prove that?
Culture moved past irony years ago.
Yes, we are not an ironic culture whatsoever.
No, I mean, we don't have space for humor in our current.
I mean, there is, but I think a lot of it's still ironic.
Yeah, but I'm saying you say something, and it's not like people are going to be like, "Oh, he was joking."
Right.
They're going to be like, "Oh, he said that," which means he's a terrible person. I don't know. This is starting to sound very sort of like PC culture is ruining everything.
I mean,
I think I'm jaded because of I'm going to be stuck in a position where I'm just surrounded by those people. Oh, because
you work at the indie movie theater now?
Yeah, I got a job in an art theater, and everyone around me.
More like a fart theater.
That was good.
Woo! And they're like, farting is actually a symptom of IBS and you're being ableist because lots of people fart out of their control.
I am shocked, and I will continue to be shocked at those people really are like that.
Yeah.
There's one woman who's like 38 years old, and she walked up to me, and she had a BTS button, and she's one of my coworkers, and she mentioned multiple things about BTS, a Korean pop. It's like, I don't understand some of these, a woman walked up, much hairier armpits than me.
Yeah.
And these are not things that I even disagree with. I'll fuck with a hairy armpit. I'm just saying these are the types of people that walk in here. We showed Bamboozled, which is a very black movie. it's about black culture and sort of like the race discussion, and about 80 white people showed up.
Yeah, there's no black people there.
Yeah, well, no, there was like one black people, and all the white people in the audience were like one black family, and all the white people were like, "What can we do? Do you need anything?" I hate myself.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Yeah. No, I don't think. I don't know. Those sort of people at those indie theaters. I don't know. I'm trying to not say anything wild here.
They should all die.
They should all burn in hell. No, like the thing is like about like watching that Bamboozled movie or whatever. I think they feel like they have to or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they do or should or something, but should consume that kind of media or whatever.
Well, it's like a Spike Lee movie, so it is sort of there to facilitate the sort of race conversation, but it's just funny to me that the conversation is only being had by like liberal white women.
It's two white women arguing back and forth on like, is it okay? Like, it'll be some like real esoteric thing too. It'll just be like, is it okay for us to season our food? I don't know.
Yeah.
They seem to not like that we don't.
Yeah.
But if we do, we're copying them. So what can you do?
I don't know. I think ultimately it's more of like I don't know. I used to think I was a hipster, or like, I used to feel like a hipster. I used to be like, I like
Arcade Fire.
I like movies. Yeah, I like the Shins.
yeah.
But now I'm like, I'm not a hipster. I'm just, me. I just make, I don't fit in with them. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a line to it. Yeah. I mean, there's a new wave of what's hip. It's almost. I mean, I guess it's always been partially political. Like, you never like. But the weird thing is, like, I if you look at how a lot of Proud Boys dress, they dress like millennial hipsters.
I guess everybody's kind of a hipster. Even like the Proud Boy types is being hipster because they're like, we're so fucking, it's like
counterculture.
Yeah, like I have dudes on my Instagram that I used to know in like high school that just became huge Trump guys, and they sort of feel like they're the cool.
Yeah.
They're the cool young people being like, dude, I'm not like them fucking. Them
like liberal
them
nerds.
SJ Dubs, them fucking LA boys or whatever.
Yeah. But I remember I was working at the weed dispensary, and a dude came in who was the biggest piece of shit ever as a human being. Just like, I didn't even know he was a Proud Boy, except like his email was like whiteproudboy69 at gmail.com. And he comes in and he's like bitching, he's not wearing a mask, and it's like peak COVID, and you're like, dude, you gotta wear a mask. And he's like, I have a condition, I don't need to wear the mask. And then we're like, we don't care, you have to leave then. He's like, they don't even work, the droplets they come through the air. And we're like,
he tries to start a chant, build the wall. Everybody's just looking at him.
Yeah. And he's like, this is fucking ridiculous. He's so fucking mean. But he was dressed like, he had like a plaid flannel on, he had like a tight beard, gauges, and like a like one of those like cool Nazi haircuts,
Yeah, I mean, you literally
and tattoos all over him, and like thick framed glasses.
It used to be those things separated people.
Yeah.
You had the guy with the gauges and the tattoos, and you go, okay, I can assume so many things about him.
Right.
Or not even that you can assume, but it's like, all right, those people are over here, and then the people, dressed in suspenders, or old people or whatever. Yeah. It's like they're over there, and there's a separation. Whereas now it's like that Trump dude on Instagram I'm talking about is always posting about like fucking like underground hip hop and fucking Kid Cudi and Playboy Cardi, and I'm like, I feel like those things aren't they like
they're supposed to not mix.
How do you fuck with Trump and also like
black?
Yeah, it's like I thought. Aren't you supposed to not like black people? I thought that was like the thing.
Well, not necessarily not liking black people, but I could definitely see like if you're a Republican, like rap, like that image of like, selling drugs or fucking, treating women terribly. Like all that is like the opposite of like conservative family values. But then they bump that but that, like Trump kind of threw that out the window. It's like, oh, you don't have to have those like solid family values. Well, it's also
funny, that this dude with gauges is like starting the shit at a weed store. Yeah, is that weed is no longer the thing that's everything.
Right. There was tons of Trump people.
You used to have Bill Maher or whoever being like, okay,
weed's actually good for me.
Weed is good for you, and God's not real.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. That used to be like the typical smug liberal. Now it's like I don't even know. It's like all religions are true. And I'm gay or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't like.
Well, now Bill Maher and those guys
he looks like a Republican.
Well,
now.
yeah, you used to be able to be like, God's not real, and weed is actually the cool guy thing, and then it was like, wow, dude, he's
lived up.
Really sticking it to the man, yeah. But now
dude, look at this guy.
Now he's like, I can't even say the N-word on TV
anymore. Now he's like. They're going into different bathrooms and they don't have a penis.
Yeah,
and you're like, whoa.
I mean, I do think Bill Maher is sort of because he hasn't really changed ever. Is like I feel like he's always been the same. It's just culture has kind of changed around him.
Yes.
Where his whole thing, I do almost respect him just going. I mean, I don't know. I watched a show recently and the whole thing is just like PC culture is basically the Holocaust.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah.
You'll just be like, PC culture, when was the left the bad guys? When has the left been the nerds?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, Bill, you're so
it's
boring.
like, I agree with him about that stuff most of the time. It's like, I kind of have that attitude of like, who cares? But then a lot of it is just, it's like, if you really don't care, you wouldn't bring it up every 2 minutes.
No.
It'll be like one of his guests being like, yeah, so I'm in this new movie and you know, like I'm on here to promote it. It's called Love Island. And he's just like, yeah, but what's with like Chris Hemsworth Twitter? You know, it's like what's with these kids
these days?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think his takes are boring.
Yeah. What would be an exciting take?
An exciting take? I think the most exciting take on PC culture is to utterly ignore it. And then just still do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like some genuine outsider who doesn't even exist within those, just chooses not to somehow. I'm trying to think of someone who really does that, but there's not really anyone.
What? I mean,
besides me.
Yeah, besides the real counterculture, the Jeanjax podcast.
It started off by telling dick jokes at coffee shops. Next thing you know, he was free.
Yeah, I mean, you just got in trouble a little bit.
No. No, I mean a little bit. Someone DM'd me just saying like, "Oh, your joke is offensive," or maybe you should rethink that joke or something. And then I was just like, okay, mom, or I was like, how about you stick your head in doo-doo? How about that?
How about this?
Yeah. I've actually been thinking a lot about changing who I am as a person.
I really wanted to. I mean, we talked about this yesterday, but I someday I just really want to fart on stage.
You can do that when you headline.
Yeah, I'm working on the courage to. In a 5-minute set, and the first minute is just me going like, "Hey guys, great to be here." Or no, I'll do my regular awkward thing. I'll be like, "Hey." Just fucking fart.
One time I was it was like an empty shit, like it was like a dead open mic where everyone was bombing. Like there was like a little crowd, but I don't know, everyone was just stinking it up and bombing. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm trying new material out. It's probably not going to go good, but I have a bunch of farts recorded on my phone. So if something doesn't work, I'll just play a fart because farts are always very fun. And I'm like, so my mom is a big dumb idiot. And get nothing, and then I go into the mic, and that bombed too. That also bombed.
So you're just up there sweating, playing fart noises out of your phone.
Yeah. I did it like 3 times, and I just bombed. I think it made it worse.
Was that one of those like it made you feel bad bombs, or were you already kind of over bombing?
Yeah. I was like, that was stupid. Why'd I do that? That was so dumb. I'm such an idiot.
Do you ever have that where you're like, a good comedian would have known exactly what to do?
Yeah. I mean, a good comedian would have done better. Like that's objectively true.
No, I mean. Does bombing still affect you like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Even at like even like a night where everyone's eating dick.
If everyone's eating dick at an open mic, I'm usually just going to like do nothing but like brand new shit and try not to really stick to material very much and just fuck around because I know that even if I like nail it, it's like how well could this do?
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I? Like, I might as well just throw like half-baked ideas at the wall and be like, oh, I could actually form that into something later, rather than being like, here's some good stuff that's almost done. It's like, why?
Yeah,
like,
here's me fart. Here's me my fart sound.
Yeah, here's some fart sounds. Here's like a thing I think might be, sexist.
Here's a racist opinion.
Here's a racist opinion that I
don't
truly believe. Man, what? I mean, shit, dude. I really think the joke. I think she just totally misinterpreted the.
What is the joke again?
The whole premise of the joke is that like it was rude of Hallmark to make Juneteenth cards because they're like they saw fucking like just 400 years of horrific black pain, and they were like, we could make a card.
Yeah, I know exactly the situation where someone's gonna need this card.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't make any sense. Like, and then I was like, and they put them right next to the Father's Day cards, which was a little rude. And that's the whole the whole line. And they were like, that perpetuates a negative black stereotype. And I'm just like, I guess I just alluded to a stereotype. Is that wrong? Is it just wrong to
it's clearly
mention
just
a stereotype?
In jest, where it's that. Yeah, it's the ironic thing where you're mentioning a thing that's like so fucking. It's like
I hate that I have to. What bothers me is having to lawyer up for it. I'm like, you just didn't really. I feel like you just didn't get it, and then I explain it, and then I make it look worse.
Yeah.
Like there's no way to be like, oh, that's what you meant by the joke. Great. Like there's no one who ever would find something racially insensitive if you explained why you.
Well,
it
a lot of the
wasn't.
problem
They
is
would
that
never
you're even joking about it in the first place. I mean,
Right.
that's even like when we talked the other day about. It's like you ever meet someone who's just a serious person. They just they don't joke around, and they're just serious. And it's like blows my mind when I meet somebody like that, where it's like they don't like. I do think there's people out there where it's like to them the problem is making a joke.
Yes.
It's or not even a joke, but like the fact that you're joking about
a specific thing,
or even like making fun of something, that's very no for people, and could be the mainstream.
I really think it's like sort of. I mean, this is like maybe a hot take or something, but it'd be like someone who just gets by on like pop music and like top 40 shit, and then they hear something that's like dissonant for a little bit. That's like they're just listening to weird ass jazz, and they're like, why would you ever make music like this?
Yeah.
Why would you ever? It doesn't sound good. And I'm like, that's not the fucking point.
I mean, that's this is all stuff that we've heard on 1,000 podcasts
that's
of
true.
Like. The music is very different in comedy, where someone wouldn't hear some dissonant music and be like, "This music shouldn't exist." You know,
I don't know, dude. I mean, it's easier to
you
do
met
it.
people who heard a song and be like, "Whoever likes this is stupid."
Yes.
Really?
I mean, this is like a classic story, but like it's so classic. But
a doozy. Really.
I said that. I'm like, I hate myself so much. But no, it was in high school. My friends, like, I forgot what we were listening to, but I was like, oh, dude, he didn't like the music I liked. And I was like, dude, New Death Grips is out. I'm gonna listen to New Death Grips. I don't care. And I put on like No Love Deep Web, and he literally went, what the fuck is this? Was like his reaction was like, what the fuck is this? And then one time he played like a bad Kid Cudi song, which I don't like Kid Cudi. Sorry. I just don't like Kid Cudi.
He's good.
I don't like
He's sad,
Kid Cudi.
and he smokes weed. Yeah, and he hums, bro. I wanted to play at my funeral, just a constant stream of
day and night.
I
I get a boner and I like to put it in, guys.
That's kind of what it sounds like to me.
But no, he stinks. But he's objectively horrible, and he should quit.
No,
I liked Kids See Ghosts. That's the only thing I've ever liked.
What about he goes, I'm on
Day
the
and
pursuit of
night.
happiness.
I'm in the do the bed,
Yeah, no,
he sounds like a whale, kind of.
No, Kid
Cudi's
Cudi,
whale
I don't.
noises.
No, I'm being like facetious. I just don't care for his music. I understand why people like it. I don't care for it personally.
Okay.
But anyway, he was playing that. I'm like, I hate this song. And he goes, what the fuck? You listen to Death Grips? Shut up. He got like mad.
I've definitely heard the Death Grips thing, but I feel like Death Grips fans can also have the thing of like they'll play it and then it's one of the weirdest songs. It's like and it's just like whoever's playing Death Grips in the car is just like, yeah, right. Oh, no. We all like this. Oh, you don't like this? I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't realize you had no taste.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the thing of like I almost thought, even though I kind of like black coffee at this point in my life. For a while, I was like, if you like black coffee, you're faking it.
Yeah,
you're just drinking this thing, and you're like, I don't need. Sorry, I don't use cream and sugar.
There is a lot of that, though.
Yeah,
there is a lot of that.
Well, it's not even like they're being like, It's more like, oh, isn't it? It's kind of tight though. That it's like, oh, I like. Oh, you don't like this. I get it. You know, I get that you don't like this thing,
but I do because I'm different.
I got taste or whatever.
I think we generally have a problem with anyone who like tries to do anything like that. We always shit on people.
I think we have the specific problem of judging people for doing anything.
Oh, you have a personality that you think is unique? Well, guess what, bitch?
Oh, you have a hairy armpit?
Oh, you have radical political beliefs and you like...
Oh, you care about black people even though you're white?
you give a shit about the environment?
No, we're the worst. I mean, I feel like that is kind of... I mean, honestly, maybe we're getting at the core of the issue and why we even care about political correctness or anything is that comedians, and the reason we don't like certain like liberal comedians is because at a certain level, I feel like why we're like comedy works for us is because we just fucking hate on everything. We just fucking don't care about anything, and we think everything's stupid, and everyone who cares about anything is stupid.
Yeah.
And that's what comedy is. It's making fun of things,
except for the things we like, which are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, do I like anything?
You love shit.
I feel like even when I like something, I'm like, yeah, but I'm a fucking idiot or whatever. Even if I'm so passionate about fucking
maybe. I mean,
I don't know.
It's easier to dislike something than it is to like. It's easier to openly dislike something than it is to just openly like something and be unashamed and be like, no, I think this is very good. Like you can go, I think it's really good. I know that the 7th track on the album isn't the greatest or whatever. You can do stupid shit.
Honestly, I don't really do that. It's like, shit makes me cry and I do love shit.
Yeah.
But
shit makes you cry.
Well, I definitely don't have an attachment to my own opinions where if I like something a lot and somebody goes, I don't like this, I go, I get it. Or, it's like.
I don't have that. I go, why?
Really?
Why don't you like it? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that's like my favorite things. If somebody doesn't like Beach Bum, I'm like, I get it. If somebody doesn't like It's Such a Beautiful Day or any of the weird shit I like, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't expect you to. Or like,
that's true.
Or
it's like a black coffee. Yeah, I get why you wouldn't like it.
Part of it is, when I found out people didn't like Beach Bum, it had like a 5.5. I'm like, ooh, I really like that. It's kind of cool that
I feel similarly about Wet Hot American Summer. It's got like a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. I'm like, that movie's a literal perfect movie.
Yeah, well, Wet Hot American Summer is definitely. There's certain things where it has like a bad score, but everybody, it had like its own TV show, and there is a cult audience. Whereas, it's like. I don't know. My thing's like cooler, It's like, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I totally understand that mentality of being like. And it's not even like I think I'm cool or anything, but it was kind of a switch in my mind of like, oh, it's kind of like I like it better that it's specific to my taste. Like I hate how people are like everyone has to like this. It's like, isn't that fucking stupid?
Yeah, that is stupid.
It's like if everyone likes this, doesn't mean it's kind of not that good, or it's kind of just like
it's bland.
It's just enjoyable. It's just like everybody can enjoy it, and there are movies like that. There are movies I can show to everybody.
Right.
But those, like say Pulp Fiction. It's like if someone hasn't seen Pulp Fiction, I'm like I have to show it to you. It's like not my favorite movie, but like
everybody likes it.
Yeah, but everybody likes it. You need to see it. There's certain things you need to see. Whereas it's
in the canon.
Yeah. Whereas. When I can look at a friend and be like, oh, you like these type of movies, or oh, this person would love this.
Yeah,
when it's like
specific thing, it works. It's just better. It just resonates deeper when it's more, I don't know, I guess attuned to someone's individual taste.
I love it when I watch something and I'm like, I can't wait to show it to this person because I know they're gonna fucking love it.
Right.
But I do think we have the tendency to be like,
That's gay.
That's fucking gay, dude. I don't know, man. It's kind of lame.
Kind of stupid that you like that. I don't know. I've always kind of been like that a little bit, or just like, I think people who I almost like people who just blatantly conform and are just like, yeah, I'm just trying to be like everybody else. Like, I almost like that more than people who are like, I'm not like anybody else. I'm like different. And then you're like, you are dressed as, you're like a prototypical.
Well, yeah, it's like all the goth kids who are like, we're we're not like the system, and then but they're all dressed like each other.
Yeah, they all. But are we matching today, guys?
Yeah,
yeah. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
You're fucking not wearing black today, Mark.
I didn't feel like it.
In order to be contrarian,
you have to dress like I do.
Yeah.
I don't think you get that.
Because then I'll feel more alone.
Yeah. Which is the whole opposite point of being contrarian. The point of being contrarian is to belong to a group.
Yeah, the whole point is I felt very out of place in the mainstream, and I felt like a loner, and now I have a community, and when you go away from that, then I feel alone.
Yeah, this is your fault, Mark.
Yeah. He's just
fucking
crying.
asshole.
His eyeliner's running. He's just,
I'll go put on a black sweatshirt.
Yeah, you better, fucking bitch. Smacks his ass.
Sorry about Mark, guys. So this week we're talking about My Chemical Romance again. All right.
I mean, I definitely had my phases where once I found out about Scene Kids, I was like, finally. I don't even really like the music that much.
You were a scene kid?
Yeah, we talked about that.
I mean, I saw you had like the weird cut, like the weird haircut.
I mean, I went to Warped Tour a couple of years.
Okay,
and
all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like I was. That's the thing is, my friends were all black when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And
we're all black.
Not anymore. God.
I thought you might have said wore all black.
Oh no. No, they were all black. But they would listen to like hip hop, and I was even like hip hop.
Hip hop, more like snip snop.
Do they play guitar? Do they scream like fucking retards? It was the worst. I mean, like, I was awful. But I would hang out with like my brother and like some of those type of friends, and just go ham in the A Day to Remember concerts and all that, and it felt so good to be a part of something. I just really enjoyed. Yeah, everybody kind of looked the same. Everybody liked the same. We all wore band T-shirts and jelly bracelets.
Yeah, I remember that.
And went to the mall.
Nice.
And
I had a couple of friends like that.
Yeah, and then everybody grew up and turned into kind of like hipsters.
Yeah.
There were some babes, dude. Those girls, they had like they weren't like normal bangs. They kind of like were like scene bangs. Yeah. I was like, what you're talking about. She's so sexy, bro. She cuts herself. Jesus. No, that wasn't the reason.
I love that so much. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it was. It's so funny to watch those people grow up. I mean, you're only 4 years older than me or whatever. I'm had all
3 years older than you.
Uh-huh.
You're 22, I'm 25, baby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you fool.
I know.
What were you saying?
When you turn 20?
March.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be 26 in March.
Oh, okay.
2022.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna be
something crazy.
Hopefully we're still friends.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, 6 months is a long time.
I don't know. What phase did you go through?
Bro, I didn't go through any phases, dog.
Yeah, you did.
I feel like I missed out on phases.
Why? Because you didn't have any friends?
No. I wasn't emo. I mean, what other phase is there?
There's emo phase. There's
phase.
I mean, I also went through, this wasn't like aesthetic, but as far as
eating my own shit. I went through these crazy phases where I'd pee in my own mouth. and honestly, I didn't grow out of it.
Yeah, I'd calm on my toothbrush and brush my teeth.
Yeah. Just like 16-year-old stuff.
You don't fucking get it, Mom. My poop tastes good. Okay?
Stop eating your own shit.
No!
Get out of my fucking bathroom.
Tommy said, we're doing it together, okay?
It gets you high, Mom. I'm high.
I looked it up. Shit does not make you high. Then how do I feel like this, okay?
Then why do I feel so good?
Yeah, it helps my depression. You don't get it.
Yeah, I wrote a song.
Yeah.
I want to eat shit, so I don't feel like it.
That's a terrible song.
It's not finished. I haven't finished it yet.
And then he grows up, and him and fucking Tommy, like, oh, dude, I haven't seen you in years.
Yeah,
it's like,
man.
Dude, remember when we used to eat our own shit?
No,
dude.
I never did that. I knew you did that.
No, we used to. Come on, dude.
I never did that.
We used to have like our eat shit parties. It's just the two of us.
We'd
be like, why won't girls fuck us?
What's your name again? I don't even remember you, dog.
Dude, come on.
What high school did you go to?
Tommy's wife is there. Hey, is this your old friend?
Yeah, didn't you guys used to eat shit together?
Yeah, dude, we used to eat shit together. It's like, no, I don't know this guy.
That was Tommy. Tommy ate shit. I don't know him. How do you know his name's Tommy? Don't worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but anyway, yeah.
No, I didn't go through the eating shit phase.
Well, there's emo. There's what?
This isn't aesthetic, but I went through like a little edgy atheist phase.
Okay, yeah.
And then I went through. Did you?
No, I feel like not really. I was never that outspoken.
I would just watch like Richard Dawkins videos and jerk off. I would be like, I'm so fucking smart. Oh, I'm so smart.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I went through a few of those like what I was into phases. That was a lot.
Yeah.
I loved where I would just watch Christopher Hitchens and partly because my parents wanted me and my brother to stop going to church.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we don't want to go to church anymore. And they're like, well, you have to. And we're like, well, guess what? Mom and Dad, God, not even real. We would like, it's like the Bill Burr joke. We would go to like I'mRight.com.
Look.
It says there's a fucking unicorn in the Bible. Do you guys believe in unicorns?
Yeah, you unicorn family.
Yeah. Oh man, it says gay people should
die.
Yeah,
I like that part actually.
Yeah,
that part's good. Maybe I will go to church.
But were your parents just didn't care about?
I mean, as far as church goes, I mean, my dad never went to church. He was always an agnostic.
Did you believe in God and had to?
Yeah, I mean, when I was like a little Catholic boy till I was in middle school, like probably till 5th, 6th grade. But I tell you, when I was a little kid, I woke my mom up in the middle of the night when I was in 3rd grade.
No.
I woke my mom up in the middle of the night and I was like, I don't know if God's real.
And she was like,
no one knows that, dude. I'm like,
the fuck? I thought she just looked at you.
The fuck?
She's like, her eyes just like barely awake. Just like, he's fucking not. What do you think? It took you this long?
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're 7 years old. Have some critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
Jesus, I know I put you in a Catholic school, but
fuck, I bet you still think Santa's real, and you're like, he's not.
Wait, what? I think I did that and still fully believed in Santa. I think Santa made more sense to me than God on that night for some reason.
No, I remember I was pretty adamant about Santa, even when people were making very good arguments.
Yeah,
as to why
Joe,
he
you
real.
are 16 years old.
I'm like, explain the presents.
Why does the note say from Santa? Think about that.
Yeah. No, it would be like, I would be like, I think it was like till like 5th, 6th grade or whatever.
What?
No, not 5th, 6th grade.
What?
No.
You were 10 or 11.
Maybe
You were 12 years old.
I'm trying
11.
to I think honestly the most I think it might have been like 4th.
That doesn't sound crazy.
Well, the timeline is in my brain because I know I smoked weed in 6th grade. I don't think I was believing in Santa.
Yeah, the year before you smoked weed.
I might be getting the timeline mixed
Santa's
up.
not even fucking real.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that's how I found out Santa wasn't real. It's like my one friend's like, you want some weed, Joe? I'm like, I don't know. What if it
makes me question my reality?
I take one puff. Oh no, God's not real. Yeah, Santa. Fuck.
How can you go to that many houses in one night? Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Wait, like, why do people just fucking let him in? And he eats these kids' cookies.
How many cookies is this guy eating?
Yeah. If black people are only 12%,
it's the smoking weed to Ben Shapiro pipeline.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, I was totally on that. Like, I totally thought it was like, dude, it's just like Santa.
It's not real.
Yeah, or get the God thing where I'm like, what do you fucking think Santa's real? It's like the same shit.
Did you go around? I did this. I felt like such a badass, but I'm such an asshole. I went up to a kid who believed in Santa, and we were in the 3rd or 4th grade, and I went, bro, that shit's fake, dog. It's not real.
No, I didn't do that. My brother did that to me, and you know what I said?
Yeah.
Fucking wrong. We'll see this Christmas.
We'll see this fucking Christmas, pal.
Sorry you don't believe in magic anymore.
Sorry your soul is dead.
Yeah.
No, the kid I told straight up cried, though.
Yeah, now he molests children. Yeah.
Well, he was almost certainly a homosexual man, which is fine.
Yeah. You also went up to him later when he came out. You were just like, you know, that shit's wrong.
I mean, this was Catholic school, so he was well aware that what he was thinking about was wrong.
Yeah, but I went from the atheist phase, and when I was in the atheist phase, not only was I like, you think I was all smart, I didn't tell anybody like, hey, dude, God's not real, you're fucking wrong. But I did have that, like, I was like kind of cool. Like if anybody asked me, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I get that you're like, a baby or whatever. But
I get that you need your nursery rhymes to make you feel good at night.
You're like,
I'm sorry that your dad died, but he's in the ground.
Yeah, sorry your dad killed your mom, but that wizard you believe in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what God would do?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It was that kind of shit of like, it's like if there was a God, do you think he'd do that shit?
Yeah, if there was a God, do you think you'd be this gay? God it, yeah.
But I totally went from that to like around 16 when I discovered Joe Rogan being like, dude, fucking SJWs.
Yeah.
So in that.
I remember being like early college, looking at like, who's this Ben Shapiro guy?
Did you ever do the Ben Shapiro thing?
This guy's making some good points over here. What if I'm a Republican?
Did you question?
Yeah, a little bit. Then I looked more into it, and I was like, he's like,
yeah, well, it's a baby. It is, and I'm like, I don't like this guy.
You're just like, oh, he's Jewish.
I thought he was wearing a small hat.
No, I mean that. There was a time where I was like, Milo's kind of funny, but
yeah, I mean Milo is funny, but he's also like stupid. Like
he is dumb.
Because I mean, the first time I consume any like Milo shit, I'm like, this is a bit. Like he's hamming this up. Like it's false. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't know.
I mean, I don't.
That's the read I got.
The only thing I listened to from Milo Yiannopoulos was I heard some interviews where he was like just so gay and just like kind of like, well, see, darling, I'm this and that, and kind of owning people. And then I'm like, he's gay. He's like fun. He's like silly. And then I listened to his Joe Rogan, and there was nothing on there where I was like, I think they were probably just talking about the same old shit. They were just like, and these fucking liberals, darling. And he's,
it's weird.
Yeah, and I was walking around high school. I don't remember anything that was said, but I was just like, okay, he's not that stupid. But it's just a fad, It's just that he's just, what it was is all of those guys just came from owning people.
Yeah.
The only reason anybody likes that is because of the
compilations, the epic dunks,
which they will dunk on people, but then I feel like I realized that dunking on people, there's no value in that. Yeah,
I mean, it'll also just be like 1 minute of him speaking to a college freshman who will ask like it's like one of the biggest dunking ones, but it's also like it's really not that crazy of a question to me, where she goes, why couldn't a girl be in Boy Scouts? Like, what's your reasoning? And then he goes, because it's called Boy Scouts. And it's like, oh shit! It's like, it still doesn't answer the question of why wouldn't, just because it's called Boy Scouts. It still doesn't answer the question of why
it's like
not.
The whole thing of a debate where they're just trying to like get laughs and get claps.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is shockingly easy to make those girls cry. I think that's why they look so good, is because they'll say like, it's called Boy Scouts, and she's like, you fucking dick. It should be called Boy and Girl Scouts.
It should be called Everyone Scouts.
Yeah, it's
and then I mean they probably do that before like the Q&A. They're like,
everyone line up who's cried today. Line up. Everyone who's very sensitive about their political beliefs, please line up and ask a question that I can dunk you on, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's.
I'm a girl, and he's like, no, you're not.
Oh. And it is also the thing of like this person is crying.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes it'll be for something like that where it's like misgendering or like these things that are so personal to them and they're just getting so emotional and so personal. And then the cool thing, it's like people think he's so cool for like making this girl cry
and then not caring.
Yeah, and then
I don't care about your feelings.
Yeah,
call me facts because I don't care.
Yeah. It's so dumb, but
it is very dumb.